So let's see.
Hey guys, sorry for the technical difficulties.
Can you hear us?
Hold on. Just let me angle this differently. There we go.
Hello?
Hi guys. Hello, hello. All right, can you guys hear us now? You have volume. Thank you. I apologize for that. I'm vlogging from my phone, and I forgot to turn the do not disturb on. So when my phone rang, I guess it just blinked everything out. So I do apologize for that, but thanks for coming back in.
Yes.
I do appreciate that. Thanks for letting us know. Hi, Jay Draper from Trinidad.
All right.
Thanks for being here.
Did you?
Autumn's in Michigan. There's a few of you guys that weren't here earlier. So if you missed that first part of our Chit Chat Tuesday, be sure to go back and check that. It should post to YouTube. We gave away $100 for our Autism on the Sea sweepstakes and just kind of started talking about some upcoming things. So if you didn't see that, be sure to go back and check it out. So, but thanks for coming over, guys. Do appreciate that. All right, so we'll get right back into it. Were you saying something?
Did you turn your do not disturb on?
I did. I did. So sorry, guys. Sorry. All right. So the next thing, just a couple of things, guys. Again, if you're new to our channel, thanks for being here. We are on the road to 10K. We're trying to get to 10K, hopefully by August 1st. That would be amazing. So be sure to subscribe. Double check that you're subscribed, because I've had some people recently say that they went in and they were no longer subscribed. And sometimes when you start hitting these milestones, YouTube will unsubscribe people. So just make sure that you are still subscribed. We do appreciate that. So guys, some of the upcoming series that we have. So Carnival Venencia has finished airing. I think I have everything out there for Carnival Venencia. So if you have not checked out those vlogs, be sure to check those out. Yes. Carnival Liberty, we just wrapped up this past Friday. That was the 3-day sailing for my sister's 60th birthday. So that one did air out. The next series that will start this upcoming Friday will be Carnival Sunrise. Now, I've been on Carnival Sunrise. This will be my 3rd time. But we're going to share this Carnival Sunrise. We were with my aunt and uncle and some other family, my sister. And but this series, this Carnival Sunrise will look a little bit different. We kind of noticed a change. Like after having been on Carnival Sunrise twice, this past Carnival Sunrise vlog was a little different. I felt like, what were some of the issues?
I'm searching for the right word, but uncontrolled kids comes to mind, and parents not being around. But that's
we were on board for Memorial Day weekend, and I guess a lot of schools had just gotten out. There were a lot of kids on the sailing and a lot of misbehavior with the adults and the kids. So we kind of talked about that through the series, and we never experienced that on any other Carnival cruise where we were like face to face with it. And Ron literally almost like had to cuss out a kid one day.
I had to give the child
a very stern talk,
the proper motivation to stop throwing things.
Yeah, because he almost got hit in the head with the shoe. But so that series, Carnival Sunrise, is coming. Yes, thank you, JNS Adventures. Thanks for being here. And guys, again, if you missed the first part, like I said, we had some technical difficulties. Be sure to check out that first part. We had like 75 people on. Now we're down. But, you know, it is what it is. We appreciate you guys coming back to join us.
Thank you.
Yolanda says, wow, we see the teens misbehaving all the time. You know, we see kids being teens, but these kids were like cursing, and like you would tell them to get away from your cabin and they would talk back or curse you. It was something that we had never experienced cruising, and we cruise a lot of Carnival, and I know you guys see a lot of bad things about Carnival in the press lately about these types of things. We actually experienced it, and that was like really the first time out of all of our Carnival cruises. Like I said, we run into like rowdy teens, but never like just downright disrespectful. So
it's not Carnival's fault.
No. So so Carnival Sunrise series will be out starting this Friday, and we'll be back on track to roll those out every Friday, maybe twice a week. We'll see. After that, we're going to jump right into MSC Grandiosa, which is my next cruise. And then we're going to go back to Carnival Celebration. We were on board Carnival Celebration with my sister and nephew. So we have some series rolling out, and then we'll have some new ships and things coming up soon as well. Let's see who else is here in the chat. We were talking birthdays because I mentioned that my birthday is in 2 days, and I'm actually preparing to take a trip for my 40th birthday. And we had quite a few birthdays in the chat. we were talking earlier. Vicky says, I'm doing a group cruise to celebrate my 60th birthday next May on the Sunrise. Well, have fun. Yes. Have fun. Now, and please, guys, remember, I've mentioned before about Sunrise being one of my favorite Carnival ships. It still is. I don't know if it was just the timing of our cruise. With school being out, kids were wild, but there really was, lack of supervision from adults. And our cabin was on the Lido, which we try to get our cabin on the Lido deck. But for whatever reason on the Lido deck there, like the kids were just hanging and just wasn't a good situation. But I'm sure it'll be fine for your birthday, Vicky. Jay Draper says, happy birthday in advance and happy birthday to your son as well. Thank you so much. No one has time for this stuff on vacation. Not at all. Not at all. So solo cruising and more. Thanks for being here. Says, so good to catch a live. Question. So many creators are doing the Met cruises. With every video, I want to go more. What is the best time of year to do the Met for good weather? What are you referring to when you say Met?
Mediterranean.
Oh, Mediterranean. Sorry. Mediterranean. I don't know. And again, this is my very first Mediterranean cruise. And I honestly couldn't tell you, but I would probably say not the summer because that is peak season. So I'm hearing it's going to be pretty crowded in some of our spots. And the weather's hot. So I'm thinking maybe like early spring would be a good time to go. I'm kind of wishing that I would have planned this either in the fall or spring, just based on what I'm looking at the weather patterns for it being really hot. And these are like port intensive itineraries, and we're like in port for 10, 12 hours. So I don't know the best answer to that because I have not experienced it, but I'll come back and be sure to share that. But I'm thinking probably spring or fall. Summer is peak time over there.
Now, see, I would say the best time you can get the cheapest airline flight would be the best time to go.
That's true too. Because guys, the airfare was not fun. But Yolanda says, I'm Gen X, F around and find out. Yeah. Yeah. I'll leave it at that. Life with V says, hey everyone, wow, crazy. Can't wait to see the Sunrise series. Welcome in, Life with V. Thanks for stopping in. Jay Draper, I'm hoping to do a cruise for my 50th next August. Yeah, make it happen. Make it happen. And if you need a travel advisor, I am a travel advisor. We own our own travel agency. I'd love to help you plan. Feel free to reach out to me. Shay Towns, happy birthday. My birthday is July 21st. I'll be on Carnival Liberty. We'll have a great time on Carnival Liberty. And happy birthday to you. Michelle PJ, hello, welcome in. Elif McKinley says, I know it was bad because you were a school administrator, so you know kids be. Oh my gosh, what is going on? It's just not cooperating for us today. I don't know what's going on.
That's okay.
Any plans for Alaska yet? Charlene's asking. So Charlene, actually, if you guys follow on, okay, we're back. I don't know what's going on with this tech today. They're trying to keep us away, but Alaska. So guys, I was actually booked on Alaska. Norwegian Encore. I was scheduled 2 days or 3 days right after Carnival Venecia, and you guys might have seen this on social media. I had to cancel it. I was just completely exhausted, and just completely exhausted. Just couldn't do it. So Drew and I were actually scheduled for a mom and son cruise on Norwegian Encore, going to Alaska. I was super excited for that. Had excursions booked and everything. I just did not feel like I wasn't under the weather. I just felt exhausted. And I think part of it was trying to plan this upcoming trip over to Barcelona. The kids were in the kids are like, I feel like right now I'm just chauffeuring them around between Drew working, Dyson cross country, Joe Marie's in gymnastics and cheerleading. It was just a lot. And the kids were in camp. Joe Marie had a theater camp that week that I would have missed her performance. So I wound up canceling that cruise.
Hold on a second. I thought you said you canceled the cruise because you wanted to spend time with me.
Of course, okay. Because I want to spend time with you. So I had to cancel Alaska. We are looking to get that rescheduled, but so I was a little disappointed in that. And I do want to clarify because I had people ask questions. So I canceled this cruise just a couple days before the cruise happened. And people were like, I posted on social media, they were asking questions about, well, how do you do that and get a refund? So it really just depends on the type of insurance you have. And so I had it directly through Norwegian, and Norwegian has like 3 different tiers of insurance. And so the highest one, which is their platinum, it actually will allow you to cancel for any reason. You get 90% back as a future cruise credit. You get back all your taxes, fees, port expenses, prepaid excursions, all of that. So the only thing that was lost was 10% of my cruise fare. So I did lose 10% of my cruise fare, but everything else is a future cruise credit. All of my excursions and things. Thank you, Muffin614, for subscribing. We appreciate it. I didn't even know I had that setting on. So I don't know what's going on. So I did lose 10% of the cruise fare, but 90% is being held as a future cruise credit. And everything else will come back, like flights, all of that I had travel insurance for. So I know people were asking, well, how do you do that last minute? You can't always do it last minute. It depends on the insurance, what level you have, that kind of thing. I also have another travel policy that kind of, whatever that doesn't cover, this one will, that kind of thing. So let's see.
Well, do we need to tell Muffin614 what she is entitled to when we hit 10K?
Oh, yeah. So, and guys, if you missed the first part, again, we talked about giving away a cruise. Once we hit 10,000 subscribers, we'll go live here on
as soon as it happens
on YouTube. Hopefully we're not having any glitches, but we'll be here, and we're going to give away a cabin on our group cruise. So be sure you're subscribed and stick around for that. Make sure you have the notification bell on. I will share on social media when we're going to go live, and I'm going to try to go live on a Saturday or Sunday. You definitely want to be present for that one.
So
good
Muffin
to find you guys.
614, thank you so much, because you are the first one I've seen as a new subscriber.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and I don't know how that feature even works, if it even flags everyone or not, but thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
Yes.
Rachel says, shady things happening. Yeah, I don't know. Guys, we sometimes have tech issues, but not like this. Good to find you guys are back. Thank you for being here, Sugar. Game Changer, daughter and I will be watching and listening to your every move and words regarding your overseas cruise for tips when we go to Greece. Yes, that's right. That's right. You guys are going to have a great time. She says, Ron is the man. We are going on the Venencia in September and found your Venencia videos very helpful. Thank you so much, and enjoy your time on Venencia. It says, Mr. Ron, that was just the bonus, right? Yes. Do you know any updated information about the new Carnival port island near Freeport? I don't want to share too much information on that. I know it's in the works, and I can't recall the name of it, but yeah, so Carnival is getting like a private island there in the Bahamas. So they're really trying to do up the Bahamas because it has a really bad rep as far as like tourists and things like that. So you also have Royal Caribbean that's getting their island, and Disney as well. So I don't have any specifics on that, but once I get more information on it, I'll be sure to share that out. Good answer. Spend time with hubby. Yep, we spend time, but he's always working, guys. He loves to work. Yolanda says insurance and refundable bookings. Yes. Keep in mind though, when you do a refundable, I have a lot of clients that don't understand this, that when you do a refundable cruise fare, it's not refundable all the way up until the end. It's only refundable up until your final payment date. So always keep that in mind. If you decide to do a refundable deposit option or refundable cruise fare option, usually it's only refundable up until final payment. All right. So let me see if I got everything on my notes. So upcoming cruises. I have MSC Grandiosa. I'll be boarding on July 18th.
That's just in a couple of days.
That's just in a couple of days. And I'm actually leaving here in about 4 days. So we're flying over to Barcelona about a day or so in advance. We're leaving here on the 16th. Our cruise is on the 18th. It's a week-long cruise, so stay tuned for MSC Grandiosa. I'm going to try my best to go live as much as I can. I just don't know how that's going to work, especially with the time difference. So stay tuned for that. But some other upcoming cruises. I will actually be on board a Princess cruise for the first time. That will be coming up in September. I'm not going to share too many details on that, but it's going to be a short cruise with Princess Cruises. So super excited for that. I will be on MSC Seaside with Andrew in October. Thanksgiving, we will be on board Carnival Magic for an 8-day cruise for Thanksgiving, and it'll be our 10-year anniversary. So
yes,
we'll be in Curacao during that time.
Hold on. That's 10 consecutive years, and consecutive is one right after
the other,
with
no breaks. No breaks. And then for Christmas, right now we're scheduled for Carnival Jubilee for the U.S. inaugural sailing, or the inaugural sailing, because it's not coming from overseas. We're scheduled, but guys, I'll be honest with you, that one is kind of, I don't know. We'll see what happens with that. Right now, the airfare for Christmas is high, and this would be going out of Galveston, so we have to get from Ohio to Texas. And last check, the flights are like $700 to $800 round trip per person, and even for an inaugural sailing, I just can't. Like, we are, we do the budget airlines and things. And I'm hoping that maybe as we get closer, that will change so we can be on board. But just know that if we're not on board Carnival Jubilee for the inaugural sailing, it's because of the airfare. I just cannot. I can't. So if anything, we would just change that and drive to a port or do something. I don't know. So is anyone going to be on Jubilee for the inaugural sailing?
Let us know in the comments.
We really want to be on board, but I just can't. We can't pay that price. Let's see. Jay Draper says, "Hey guys, I love watching your videos, love cruising, but I have to fly to Miami from Trinidad, and my son is my travel buddy." So you have to fly to Miami from Trinidad. Oh, so whenever you cruise, yeah. So do you cruise mostly out of Miami? I'm guessing Miami, probably Florida. Yeah, that's awesome that you cruise. I would love to go to Trinidad one day. I hear it's beautiful. I have a couple friends that are from there, so sounds beautiful. Solo cruising and more. Thank you so much. Yeah, guys, please hit that like button. The Magic is my favorite ship until I found out about the celebration in Mardi Gras. I've heard really good things about Magic. We have not been on that one, so I'm really excited for it. I'm also excited because we'll be going to 2 ports that we have not been to, Curacao and Aruba. So super excited for that. 10 years of wedded bliss. Yeah, wedded bliss.
That's one term.
Rachel says, "I hate that port. I'm leaving out of the port in Harmony, waiting to find a cheap flight." Oh my gosh, yeah, those, I don't know what it is. So then I was like, well, maybe we'll fly to, because we can fly like Allegiant from here to like New Orleans, which we've done before a few times. So like maybe we'll fly to New Orleans and then drive, but it's just, I don't know. And guys, the cruise costs have gone up, flight costs, everything. So we're really playing that by ear. It's booked. We're playing it by ear. So, and honestly, we were on the inaugural sailing for Celebration. We've been on Carnival Mardi Gras. So it's not like it's going to be a totally different ship, because it is the sister ship to those two. So we'll kind of play by ear. I honestly wouldn't mind necessarily being home for Christmas and maybe doing something either right before or right after. But we'll play by ear. We'll keep you guys updated. Phil and D says, "We were supposed to be on Jubilee for the original Thanksgiving dates, but oh well." Yeah, if you guys don't know, Jubilee was scheduled for Thanksgiving, but it had a delay, which I'm honestly still kind of wondering if it'll actually cruise on Christmas. Because to have just a 1-month delay, that sounds kind of like, I don't know. But yeah, we were originally booked for Thanksgiving, and then when they contacted us about the cancellation, we just rolled it over to Christmas. Yolanda says, "I love Curacao and Aruba. You will enjoy." Yeah, I hear it's beautiful, both places. Allegiant should fly into Austin. Have you looked at that? I'll be closer than flying to NOLA. It'll be closer than flying to NOLA. Yeah, we might have to look at it. I think you mentioned Austin yesterday. We might look at that too.
Thank you.
Yeah, we'll look into that and write that down so I don't forget. So flying to Austin. But I don't think from Columbus, we'd have to go to Cincinnati, I think, or Cleveland, and then we'll figure it out. But thanks for that, Phil and D. Alicia says, "Are you going on Icon of the Seas?" Unless we are sponsored or invited, or no, it's not happening. It's just when we looked at Icon of the Seas when it first was available, it was like $8,000 for our family of 5, and we'd have to be in 2 cabins. And it's gone up since. So unless something happens, then no, we won't be on Icon of the Seas. We will be on Utopia of the Seas, though, for the inaugural sailing of that next July. So we will be on that one because it's a 4-day sailing, so the cost was a little bit more, palatable. So Back in November, we paid more for our airfare than the cruise fare, and it was a one-way flight. Absolutely, that's what's been happening. Yeah, I feel like we've been. I mean, we try to find ways around the flights, but it's getting harder to find those flights. Yolanda says no options for holiday road trip. Wait.
Not to Texas.
Yeah, not to Texas. I can't. I don't even like 5-hour road trips. If I can avoid it, I try to fly. We don't mind flying somewhere than driving 5 to 6 hours, rather than going with the 18 hours down there, 20 hours or so. We can't. Hold on. Hi, Meet and I. Thanks for being here. And guys, if you have not checked out Meet and I, they have some amazing content out there. They had their Meet and I cruise on Carnival Conquest. And all of the content creators have been just rolling out so many different videos. I have like a queue long of just all kinds of videos coming from Meet and I. So be sure to check out Meet and I, and all of the other content creators that were part of their group cruise. And if you're interested, I hope Meet and I, you guys don't mind, but they have another group cruise coming up. And I wish we could make that one. We couldn't make this one, but there's one next year out of California for Meet and I have to look to see what we can do, but be sure to check them out. They have a lot of amazing content and so supportive. Probably one of the most supportive content creators out here on YouTube as far as cruising and travel and family and things like that. So be sure to check them out. Game Changer is the 6 months time frame. Do not apply for a closed loop cruise because we apply for a passport renewal for the cruise in November on the alert. So remember, if you are a U.S. citizen if you're a U.S. citizen and you're on a closed loop cruise, meaning it starts and ends in the same U.S. port, you do not need to have a passport. It's highly recommended, but it's not required. So if you don't get your passport renewal back in time, as long as you guys are U.S. citizens, U.S. residents, and you have an original birth certificate or one from like Vital Statistic, you'll be fine. You'll need that and a valid ID. But hopefully, you'll get it back. But yeah, that rule of thumb where your passport should not expire more than 6 months, that would still apply. So you want to make sure that your passport doesn't expire within 6 months of your return date. So I would say if you don't get your passport renewal, then have your birth certificate ready and you'll be fine. Yolanda, yep, I'm spending $4K for 3 in a balcony on Icon. We booked when it opened. Yeah, we held on to 2 cabins for like 2 weeks and debated it. And then we did like a quick poll with the kids, and Dice and Joe were like, yeah, let's do it. And Drew was like, no, he'd rather do more cruises than that one. Because I was like, if we do this for $8,000, that means there's not going to be a summer lineup of stuff happening. So
can I make a suggestion?
Mm-hmm.
I would not do polls with kids that don't work and don't contribute.
Yeah. Well, Drew was the most logical. So
yes, he was.
And he works. So well, he works now, but. Phil and D, what's up, Meet and I? Yes. Life with V, flights are crazy expensive right now. Yes, they are. Yolanda says, book Utopia for end of August. Yeah, we'll be on the inaugural for that one. We're already booked, so really excited for that. I'm hoping we can get on. I think we'll be on an Oasis class before then, because otherwise that'll be a very unique vlog for us, because it'll be our very first, well, it's not even, is it an Oasis class? I don't even know what class it is. No, it's not. Guys, what class is that ship? I don't know. But we have not been on the larger ships. And so, yeah.
Let's go back to some of our talking points.
Oh, yeah.
You going over to Europe.
Okay, hold on. Okay, so, because I kind of get off on tangents. So, yeah. So, guys, if you haven't been following, I am preparing to go over to Barcelona to catch my very first Mediterranean cruise. Super excited for that. So, be sure you are subscribed, have the notification bell on. I will try to go live when I can. So it'll be myself. This was actually planned as a solo cruise. I was going, for my 40th, just myself to explore, have time to reflect and think. And, that was the purpose. But my sisters have since joined me. So it'll be myself, my sister Cheryl, my sister Regina, and my sister-in-law Ebony. We're all going. We will be on the MSC Grandiosa. It's a week-long cruise. And this port here, guys, I'm going to tell you this up front. this vlog series is going to be a lot different because like I can go into the Caribbean and speak all day about how things operate in the Caribbean and about these excursions and about these ships. But this whole Mediterranean thing is so new to me. So it'll probably be a lot of voiceover or a lot of, you know, me just showing you guys around because I honestly, I feel like I'm going there and I'm going to be learning a lot. So it'll be less of, you know, the teacher in me or whatever, you know, I want to kind of share information. It's probably going to be a lot less of that.
Well, tell us where you're going.
Okay, so I am going to, keep in mind this is a 7-day cruise and we have 6 ports. So we'll be in Barcelona. And I have to look at my paper, guys, because geography and maybe trying to remember these ports, I just can't. Like, it's easy to remember Nassau and Grand Turk or what have you.
So tell them where we're going.
So we're going to where I'm going.
Where you're going.
La Goulette, Tunisia,
Ooh.
which is Northern Africa. Palermo, Sicily. Naples, Italy. Genoa, say it.
Genoa.
Italy. And Marseille, France. So, all brand new to me. I've never been to any of these places. Super excited. So we have plans now. Again, this is a port intensive itinerary. So when we get there, we have just one day. We have one sea day, and then it's port, get off the ship. So we're going to be tired. And so we have plans for each port. This will be mostly pretty much all MSC sponsored excursions, only because with this being our first international trip like this, we just felt like it was probably the safest thing to do. If you guys follow our vlogs, typically we don't do the short excursions from the cruise line. So we decided that probably would be the safest thing to do. But we're going to do part excursions, part exploration, because like we're in port, some of these ports 10 to 12 hours. And the excursions might be just like 4 hours in the morning. So like I'm thinking Palermo, we have like a 4-hour tour in the morning, but when we get back to the ship, I'm not getting back on the ship. I'm going out to the markets or going out to see what's right there in town. So it'll be part excursion, part just out exploring on our own. What I like about this itinerary and what I'm learning about Mediterranean cruises is that a lot of times the attractions and places that people want to go, they're not near the port. So it's nice because you get to see more places. So for instance, when we go to Naples, we'll actually be in Naples, Italy. We dock there in Naples, but we're going to Sorrento, which is about, I think it was like an hour away. When we're in Genoa, we're actually going to Milan. So it's nice because we get to see multiple places. But some of those things have a drive. So keep that in mind when you are planning a Mediterranean cruise, that it could be that like if there's something that you want to see, it could take longer to get there. So so super excited for this, guys. It's been, I know you got something to do, don't you? So I'm going to keep talking. I think he's nudging me because we're getting at our hour, but
no, I just wanted you to
share.
Stay on point.
So, but we have something planned for each port. Really excited. But guys, they're just in planning this and doing this, I've learned so much, and I will be doing a vlog on, you know, kind of the lessons that I've learned planning a Mediterranean cruise and actually taking it, because there's some things that I would probably do differently. One thing being the airline. So we fly budget airlines here in, you know, when we're flying to Miami or flying to wherever to take a cruise here, we're flying a budget airline, and I am like, guys, I'm like praying and crossing fingers because I feel like every day we read a different review or every day I read some fine print, and I'm just like, oh my gosh, please get us over there. So you guys, please pray for us. Pray that we get over there because we leave on the 16th and we have to actually fly to Miami. We're going to be flying on TAP Portugal. The price, just to give you a roundabout, I booked mine somewhat early and I paid about $1,000, $1,100 or so round trip. My sisters, who didn't book necessarily when I did, they paid anywhere between like $1,500 and $2,000. Now, guys, this is a budget airline, so imagine what that cost would be someplace else. The saving grace though is my cruise cabin only costs like $500. We are all in studio solo cabins. So the smallest cabin you can get on the ship, we are. That was like a special. Oh gosh, hold on. Sorry, looks like there's more glitches. I don't know what's going on with this. All right, we're back. Sorry.
Studio cabins.
Yes. So, oh my gosh, why is it doing this? All right, can you guys see us? I don't know. It keeps shutting off. Do you have to go?
No, but I
think he's gonna step away because I keep talking.
I think I'm gonna excuse myself.
All right.
Thank
So
you
we'll do another chit chat. Ron will join us back, but I'm gonna keep talking about this trip because I'm excited about it. I know he has more work to get to. So forgot what I was saying. Oh yeah, so we're booked in studio cabins, which are for solo guests. They are really small, but they're functional. So it'll be my first time in a studio cabin. We're kind of side by side studio cabins because it was actually cheaper for us each to have our own solo cabin than it was for us to book two of us in a cabin, because the interior cabins were like $1,700 for two people, but we could do the $500 solo cabin. So we did that. It includes drinks and Wi-Fi, so you can't beat that. So I'm not too upset about the cost of the flight. It kind of offset things, but we booked through TAP Portugal, and right now there's some really bad reviews about them, about cancellations and bags. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want it to happen. But there's a lot of fine print with TAP Portugal as far as how they weigh your personal item. So your purse or your backpack can't be any more than 4.4 pounds. We just found that out. We just found that out as we're packing. So we are having to reconfigure some things. Your carry-on bag has to be a certain dimension, and they measure and weigh. I've never been on an airline where they actually measure and weighed your, carry-on or your personal item. So those types of things we're trying to figure out. But so that's like a lesson that I've already learned. You might have to. I'm hoping that I'm wrong. I'm hoping that when we get there, it'll be perfectly fine. Won't have any issues. I did get a seat that reclines some. I'm hoping to upgrade to first class. But I did pay for so they have 3 tiers plus first class. And I did do the highest tier beneath first class for my flight. I'm hoping to get an upgrade. We'll see what happens. But some other things that I just feel like I'm not prepared with, like the language. We're going to these different places, and I think there's 3 different languages spoken across the places we're going. Funny thing is, I downloaded Babbel, and I was going to learn, I'm going to learn how to speak, whatever. Guys, I did the first couple of lessons, and my short-term memory is so bad that I just would not pick up on it. So I just don't feel prepared to even speak some of the basic, hello, good morning, can I have coffee, that kind of thing. So I do have Google Translate and another app on my phone to help with that. Also didn't consider, like I said, with this being a port-intensive itinerary, we have a lot going on. We're going to be so exhausted. So I kind of wish that I would have looked at an itinerary that had the sea day in the middle, so you have a day to recoup. But this whole vlog series is going to be less about the ship and more about the ports, because we're honestly not going to be on the ship much. We'll be on the ship for breakfast maybe and dinner. Because my plan is typically we go back to the ship to eat, but because we're going to be over there, I refuse to eat on the ship. I'm going to spend money out in port to eat because that's what we're going to do there. So yeah, so super excited for this trip. There'll be a lot of content rolling out for this one, but there's some things that I'm kind of stressed out about, and I don't really get stressed out about cruising, but I'm a little stressed. But as long as we get over to Barcelona, so we have a stop in Lisbon, Portugal. So we leave Ohio, we go to Miami. From Miami, we go to Lisbon, and then Lisbon to Barcelona. And we're there a day before and a day after. So let's see, any questions, comments in the chat? Do you have any transatlantic sailings planned? What are your thoughts on transatlantic sailings? I don't have any planned. I have not been on a transatlantic. Thank you, Andrea, for subscribing. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. I don't have any transatlantic cruises planned. I've heard that those can be very bumpy cruises. I'm hoping, depending on my work situation right now, I'm not. I'm only vlogging and travel agency. So if I continue just doing those things, I may plan a transatlantic for this year or early spring to give that a try. But I have not sailed on a transatlantic typically because of my work schedule. But now that I have some freedom, it's possible that I could get booked on one. But I don't really have any thoughts on it. I think it's kind of nice to do that one way. But me personally, I don't like a lot of sea days. So I like to have a lot of ports. Just not like for this cruise. Like I said, it's 5 days of port, and then we get off the ship. Life with V speaking to Meet and I, and everyone is welcome to join us. Love the vibes here. Yes, you guys be sure to check out Meet and I. I have to remember the dates for your cruise. I know it's the Firenze, Carnival's Italian ship that's coming out next year. I just don't recall the dates. I want to say it was July because I'm on another cruise. I'm on another group cruise. I think during your time, that's why I can't make it. But I would love to because, guys, the vibe from all the Meet and I cruise content, all the vlogs that are coming out, it's amazing. And I would love to be part of that. Hi, Iris. Thanks for being here. Yolanda says, I can relate on the drive. We live in Rochester, New York, and flights get crazy. I usually end up Delta one way and Southwest the other. Yeah, we typically don't ever fly the same. We never book round trip flights. It's usually one way this, one way there. And we'll fly one way from, one way out of, we live in Columbus. We might fly one way out of like Cincinnati and then come back a different way just because it's cheaper that way. Rachel says, great. I was about to ask the same thing about the passport. Yes. Game Changer says, yeah, let's get the likes up again. Thank you so much, Game Changer. Yes, guys, we had another live stream. We had like 70 or so people on there. But we had a glitch in the system, so we had to restart. So if you missed that first part, we talked about autism on the seas and things like that. Be sure to check that one out. Iris says, loved your Virgin Voyages vlogs. At Alicia, I'm going in November. Oh, I'll have to check out those vlogs. Now, I went on Virgin Voyages. Didn't care for it, but I'm actually considering going back. So I'm currently looking at an option for that. So we'll see. I think I need to give it another try, going with a different lens. So we'll see. Let's see. Okay, hold on. Sorry, guys, I lost all the comments. Thank you guys for all the prayers. Let's see. Have fun in the Mediterranean. Hold on. Oh, Utopia is Oasis class. Yes, thank you for that. Thank you so much. Hi, Nick and Dawn. Thanks for being here. And happy belated birthday, Nick. I saw your birthday, I think, was yesterday. So happy birthday to you. Nia Johnson, hey there. Welcome in. Hi there, M. Stewart. Thanks for being here. Jay Draper says, have fun in the Mediterranean. That's on my bucket list. Guys, I'll be honest with you. I am already, we already kind of have our plan for cruising for next year out. Part of me is feeling like I'm going to go over. I'm going to go over to Spain. I'm going to go over to Italy, and I'm going to not want to do Caribbean anymore. That's not a good thing because that means I won't be able to cruise as much because the flight costs are so high, but I have a feeling because I feel like I'm more excited for this cruise than any other cruise that I've ever been on. LF McKinley says that will be great because we can experience the newness with you. Yeah, guys, there's going to be a lot of newness, not as much information on these vlogs, just me sharing out. We plan to try a lot of food. We plan on trying to see as many places as we can. And half the stuff I have no clue with. I am not big on geography or history. So I'll be honest, I love those things, but I just don't know that stuff in advance. So I don't really go in, having some background knowledge. And so it'll be a lot of me learning as we're there experiencing things. How We Cruise, welcome in. Thanks for being here. You guys be sure to check out How We Cruise as well. They just got off Oasis of the Seas, I believe. So be sure to check out their vlogs. M. Stewart says, wow, sounds amazing. It is, guys. And that's the thing about Mediterranean cruises. Do not book it based on the ship because you're really not going to spend much time on the ship. I do love that we have so many ports, but I'm also already oh my gosh, my back hurts. My knees hurt. I'm going to have to. We did get thermal spa passes. So we plan on spending, the morning, afternoon to kind of just soak, guys getting old, joints and things I have to take care of. So we'll be in the spa in between getting off in ports. Yolanda says, who's going with you? My sisters. So my sister Cheryl, you guys have seen her in several vlogs. My sister Regina as well. And then my sister-in-law Ebony. And we're all brand new to this. So it'll be an adventure. Iris says, yes, the ports are industrial. Yes, that's correct. So we have to go away from port, but they dock right there. Howie Cruise, can't wait to get to the Mediterranean one day. Yes, you guys will be there, I'm sure, soon. I want to do one of the Virgin Voyages Mediterranean cruises to Italy, Spain, and France. Yes, I've been watching some vlogs. I watch Rich and Jazzy and a few others. Those look really nice. So, but yeah, guys, thank you for praying for our flights. I'll be posting on social media, so be sure you're following us on Instagram, TikTok. Let me not say TikTok so much, because guys, TikTok, some of these comments that we've been getting on TikTok, I really have started shying back away from it, because I feel like the love and support and positivity that we get on Facebook and Instagram, sometimes you post things on TikTok, guys, and I've had to like turn off comments because people are so, it's a whole different vibe on TikTok. So you probably, I try to post once or twice a week, but posting once or twice a week doesn't get your videos views. On TikTok, you have to post a few times each day, but it's just some of those comments are brutal. And I don't let those things bother me, but I'm just the type, I'm not going to even put myself in that situation. So I kind of, like you guys know, I just signed up for TikTok 2 or 3 months ago. But I'm already starting to shy away from it just because I feel like it's negative. But Rachel says, I'm about to pass out from those dollars. Yeah, the flights are high. Current flights to Barcelona from DC are $1,500 in May of 2024. That's not too bad. Hopefully it goes down some. Considering, May 2024, that's still almost a year away. It might go down some, but the flights right now are high. Let's see. Thank you so much. I'm glad you enjoyed it. I'll have to go check out your vlogs, Alicia. Is it Alicia or Alicia? You're going to have so much fun. The food is amazing on Virgin. Yolanda says, I've never been in a solo cabin. Neither have I, so that'll be new content for me to share with you guys. But the price was right. $500. We're not going to be in the cabin much anyways. Included drinks and Wi-Fi on a 7-day cruise, $500. You can't beat that. Good evening. Hi, the Z Show Cruise Fun. Thanks for being here. We're going to be wrapping up here in a minute. Together We Travel, welcome in. Rachel says, what, makeup alone is that weight? Yeah. I don't wear makeup. So, the most I'm going to have in my bag, my purse would be like my iPad, chapstick, wallet, whatever. So hopefully I can stay under that 4.4 pounds, but it's going to be rough. And then your carry-on has to be under 22 pounds. And they actually weigh them. They say they weigh them at the gate before you get on board. And that's just, I've never heard of that. So I'm just hoping and praying that everything works out for this flight. Hi, Miss Bree Brizzle. Thanks for being here. Game changer. We're going to Greece 2024. A little nervous about the flight amount. Yeah, you still have time. Because I think you're late 2024. You still have time for the flights. But yeah, the flights kind of, they aren't good for the Mediterranean. Oh, then 1K is good for the flight if almost first class. Yeah, almost first class though on TAP Portugal just means that my seat reclines like 4 inches more than than the people behind me. I got 2 check bags, which guys, that's a tip. If you are booking Mediterranean cruise, make sure you add on the bags that you want when you book, because what I didn't know, and I don't know if this is just for TAP Portugal. So like, for instance, my premium package came with 2 check bags, 1 carry-on, and then 1 personal item. My sister did the package under me, which had 1 check bag, 1 carry-on. Well, she decided, I want to take another check bag because I'm probably going to bring back a lot of souvenirs and things. $150 to add on a check bag. Ridiculous. So add it on when you first book, because she could have upgraded to my package for way less than $150 and had a second bag. So Amelia says, drink water. Yeah, we will be drinking water, staying hydrated. Not so much. We have drink packages, but honestly, I don't even know, because I drink and I go to sleep. So I don't know if I'll even, maybe at dinner, I'll have some wine or something. Use Google Translate, especially asking where's the ladies' restroom. Yes. Yeah, I already have it in queue. And actually, you can download different languages so that it's already ready to go in case you don't have reception or international plan, which I do have an international plan for my phone. So yes, I am using Google Translate. The whole babble just did not work out for me. Let's see. Phil and D says you're on the Utopia during the meet night cruise. I'm glad somebody can keep up. Thank you, Phil and D. I knew I was on some cruise, and that's why I couldn't do meet night cruise. I really wanted to do it, but yeah, thank you for jogging my memory. I am on the Utopia during their cruise, so thank you for that. Solo cruising or more. Are you prepared for all the walking? Yeah, I think I'm prepared for all the walking. I tend to walk a lot anyways. But I'm the type, like, I stay on the go. You guys have seen some of my vlogs. I stay on the go, but then I crash at night. I crash hard. And we're all kind of at different levels. Like my sister, she's older, she's 60. So, we had to make sure that we got some excursions that were somewhat, accommodating to those that are less mobile. So we'll be walking, but it won't be like a whole lot of walking. But like I said, once one tour ends, like she might go back on the ship, but I'm going back out into port. Like I refuse to be in port 10 to 12 hours, take a tour for 4 hours, get on the ship and stay. I'm taking advantage. And like I said, I plan on having lunch. If I can't have dinner out in port, I'm having dinner out in port. So, Game Changer says meet night group cruise was a vibe. It sure looked like it. It really did. I was on Conquest before and it was not vibing like meet night's group cruise. Anitra says, how long is your upcoming flight? So our flight over to Barcelona is 9.5 hours from Miami. And we're actually flying overnight. So our flight doesn't leave Miami until 11 p.m., which I kind of planned that strategically because hopefully we'll be asleep. That way, when we get to Barcelona, we're not as tired. There is a 6-hour difference. So hopefully we're not as tired because we would be able to sleep overnight. But we have a layover in Lisbon before we get to Barcelona. Hi, my cruising family. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. Guys, be sure to check out my cruising family's vlogs as well. They have a lot of content recently on Venecia. We were on Venecia together. And she's also going to be on, the family's going to be on the Melanin at Sea cruise here in a couple of days. So be sure to check out if you are. I know some of you guys are getting on that cruise. Be sure to check out their vlogs. So yeah, everyone's just speaking. Thank you, Amelia. Looking at the Mediterranean for next year. Yeah, I'm already looking at the Mediterranean for next year as well. I haven't even done this one. And I'm already like, oh, okay, I'm looking at these different options. So, and guys, consider MSC for Mediterranean. It's a European cruise line. I know so many people are on the edge about MSC and like, I don't know if, MSC's for me. I have not had a really bad experience with MSC and the value is just there. And like I said, the price was right. That's why I picked this particular cruise because the price for that solo cabin, because originally, again, I was going solo and that price was just right. And once my sisters decided to add on, we were like, well, maybe we'll just get interior cabins or ocean views or whatever. But the price was, like I said, $1,700 for an interior for two when we paid $500 for one. So that's what we're doing. Ready to welcome you to the lovely 40s. Thank you so much, my cruising family. I appreciate that. Nia says, everyone, she's my travel agent and doing a great job. Thank you so much, Nia. I appreciate that. Soul Sister Savannah, welcome in. I don't think I've seen that name. I love that name. Really have been enjoying your channel. Thanks so much for sharing. Well, thank you so much for watching. We appreciate it. Dyson, keep it down, Mom. I'm trying to watch your show. You need to come get on this live stream, son. That's Dyson, guys. #1 Lakers fan. Fuller Life Now, hello. Welcome in. Thanks for being here. We appreciate it. Champagne is saying happy birthday. Oh, Alicia. Yes, thank you for clarifying that. Alicia. Champagne, happy birthday. I just had my birthday July 9th. Happy belated birthday to you. Overnight is the way to go. 9 hours is not bad. Now, I plan to pop my melatonin and have a glass of wine or something, take off, and I hope to be knocked out the entire flight, wake up, and we're in Lisbon for a couple of hours, and then we go to Barcelona. So I'm hoping, I've never really had to sleep on a plane before, so I'm hoping, I'm able to sleep without a problem. This will be my first international flight, too. I don't know if I mentioned that. So we'll see what happens with that. But I'm hoping to sleep, and I'm really crossing my fingers that maybe someone will give me an upgrade to first class. I've never flown first class either, so we'll see. Yes, absolutely, my cruising family. Hey, the M stands for Mediterranean. Not sure. Does anyone? Not sure anyone else. Anyone does Mediterranean like MSC? Absolutely. That's what I'm hearing. That's what I'm hearing. So I'm excited that I'm on MSC. And this is a MSC Grandiosa is a. It's not an old ship, but it's also not a new. Like I think it's 2018 maybe. So it's a nice ship. That's a great price. We'll consider it. Do you book MSC cruises also as a TA? Yeah, I book all cruises. I'm certified pretty much all cruise lines. I don't do like any like river cruising, not yet, but I specialize. I would say Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Disney, MSC, Norwegian, Princess. Those are my top 6 that I book. But I can book pretty much all cruises. So yeah, absolutely reach out if you're interested. Yeah, Yolanda, July. So a lot of July birthdays. Rachel, shake my head, kids. Right. Yes, I enjoyed Dice's views on the trip. He did so well. I'm trying to get them to say more, do more on camera. Dyson went through a stage where he was very creative, like on TikTok, and he was on Snapchat or one of those things, where he was like he can write out like scripts, and he's pretty funny. And so I'm like, you need to put this in our vlog or do this. And so I'm trying to get him to do more. I think he's now coming out of his shell, but he also doesn't know how to, like, he's run into some kids at the teens clubs that recognize him, so he doesn't know how to, like, he's kind of embarrassed by that. But yeah, we'll get him there. To get in trouble, that's a lot extra for luggage. Yeah, it's a lot for luggage, a lot. So Julie says, hey, I really enjoyed watching your channel. Thank you so much, Julie. We appreciate it. Iris, yes, I do book Celebrity as well. So Celebrity is affiliated with Royal Caribbean, and yeah, I book Celebrity and Royal Caribbean as well. Game Changer says, I have to go. Enjoy the live, and thank you for spending time and sharing your wealth of knowledge. Much love, Q. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right, so I think I touched on everything. So again, leaving here in a few days. My birthday's in 2 days. So I'm wrapping up things, trying to get the house clean, put things in order for Ron and the kids. Got to go to Sam's tomorrow. Guys, I try to get things organized when I leave. So, because Ron works a lot. The kids have camps. The kids are, different activities. So, like, they think I'm crazy when I leave on these longer trips, because I have like a chart that says for breakfast, you eat this, lunch, you eat this, snack, you have this. Because I like to stock up, and I want to make sure that they have the food and things that they need, things that like the kids can prepare for dinner. So it's less stress for Ron. He's actually going to have my two nephews here as well, and another dog. So, you guys pray for him as well. But it'll be a great girls trip. Everything's going to work out. We're super excited. Again, I'll try to go live. There is a 6-hour time difference. We'll be ahead for the most part. So right now we're Eastern Standard, so we'll be 6 hours ahead. So I'll try to see what I can do as far as going live, but I will be sharing lots of pictures and videos on social media, so be sure to stick around for that. But I appreciate you guys being here. I did go a half hour over time, but thanks for sticking around even with all the glitches and things. And if you're celebrating your birthday in July like me, happy birthday to you. Congratulations again to Charlene. Charlene, I'm going to send you an email right after this. We'll get you that $100 for the Autism on the Seas. And again, if you have not donated to Autism on the Seas, it's not too late. You can just go to Autism on the Seas and donate there. But thank you so much for doing that. And I think I'm going to go ahead and close this out, because I'm sure the kids and Ron family probably want me back right now. So thanks for being here. And again, stay tuned. We have lots of stuff coming out. Next vlog Friday that'll come out, like I said, will be Carnival Sunrise. So stick tuned for that, and I'll see you guys later. Thanks for being here.